This is the installation video for the White-Rodgers 790-843A1 universal flame sensor. The kit includes materials needed to replace a flame sensor for applications, including furnaces, ovens, water heaters, boilers, and more. The box contains a flame sensor, 30-inch lead wire with 1/4-inch terminals, loose 3/16-inch terminal, protective sleeve, installation accessories, and instructions for easy installation. First, ensure power and gas are disconnected prior to servicing the appliance. Remove the unit access panels. For this application, the flame sensor is accessible. Remove the flame sensor wire and screw to remove the existing flame sensor. Check the part number on the existing flame sensor and verify it can be replaced with the 790-843A1 using the cross-reference on the side of the carton, or for a complete listing, use the White-Rodgers mobile app. This high-temperature and durable flame rod can be bent and/or cut to replace over 120 cross-references. Cutting or bending the rod does not affect the performance capability when the protective sleeve is placed over the rod during modification. Consult Table 1 in the instruction sheet to see if a modification of the FlameSense rod is required. In this application, bending the rod to 73 degrees is required. If the flame rod requires bending and cutting, be sure to bend the rod before cutting it. When bending the rod, it is critical to match the flange and bend direction of the flame sensor. Match the flange direction of the new flame sensor with the flange direction of the old flame sensor. To achieve the correct bend angle, consult the bending guide in the instruction sheet. Place the old flame sensor on the guide and align the angle at the bend line in the red circle. Mark the flange location on the paper. Observe the angle of the old sensor. Place the protective sleeve over the new flame rod. Align the flange of the new flame sensor with the marking, while the flame rod is parallel to the 0-degree bend line. With the flange in the correct position, place pliers at the bend point. Place the rod on a sturdy flat surface with flange rotation matching the old flame sensor. Bend the rod with pliers to the desired angle. In this case, a 73-degree angle is required. Use the flame sensor bending guide in the instruction sheet and further bend the rod to the correct angle. Remove the protective sleeve and verify the correct angle has been achieved by comparing it to the original flame sensor. Compare the new flame sensor length to the old rod. Use either side cutters or a hacksaw to cut the rod to match the length of the flame rod being replaced. If cutting requires the rod to be gripped with a tool, apply the protective sleeve before cutting. To install the new flame sensor, use the existing or supplied screw. Be sure to install the new flame sensor in the same location as the old flame sensor. Connect the FlameSense wire. For applications where the lead was used, route the new lead wire in the existing location. If the lead wire requires a 3/16-inch connector, remove the 1/4-inch connector and replace with the supplied 3/16-inch connector. If a heat sleeve is required, reuse the one from the existing application. Reconnect the electric power and gas to the unit. To ensure proper operation, test the flame current by making a call for heat. Place the multimeter probes on the furnace control test pins. The flame current reading should be between 1 and 5 microamps. Reinstall any panels that were removed. The 790-843A1 is available wherever White-Rodgers products are sold. To complete the job, pair with the White-Rodgers Universal Hot Rod 120-volt nitride igniter. Service of HVAC equipment should only be performed by a licensed and properly trained technician. Failing to follow all applicable HVAC standards of operation and maintenance, including applicable codes and manuals, can result in potential hazards, including, but not limited to, electrocution and fire. Thanks for watching the White-Rodgers Universal Flame Sensor installation video. For more information, visit Copeland.com/790-843A1.